As Supertech, is 12 years now.
Okay.
Yeah, 12 years.
Okay.
You can be writing it if you want.
Hey, I'll write it down.
You want tea or coffee?
No, thank you, sir.
You sure?
Yes, sir. I'm here with Mr. Leke Dada, the business owner of Supertech, and it has been operating for over 12 years now. And now I'll introduce you to Mr. Leke Dada.
Hi, good morning.
Yes. My first question to you, Mr. Leke Dada, would be what inspired you to start this business?
The inspiration came from a well thought out research, i.e., a gap in the printing industry where the ethnic minorities could benefit one way or the other.
Okay.
And we stepped into that gap.
Okay.
However, prior to this, I had also operated with similar business elsewhere, so it wasn't too difficult to break into the market based on experience, previous experience.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Okay. You can take
No, it's gone.
Okay. The second question is, did you have a business plan when you started the business?
When we started, there was an existing business format.
Oh, okay.
Yes, that we adapted
Okay.
to suit our purpose. So yes, we did have a business plan.
Okay. So, did you get advice when starting the business from someone or support from someone?
Based purely on previous experience, it wasn't too difficult. However, at the time that we were starting out, there were all kinds of government agencies that were offering advice as to how to start up and maintain and grow a business. So based on prior knowledge and also a little bit of advice from the government, it was helpful.
Okay. Thank you. So the next question is, do you have a website or do you use social media for your business?
We do have a website, www.supertech-designs.com, which we generally direct people to see or learn about us. It is not at the moment. It's just what we might call wallpaper.
Okay.
It's just there for people to see. It's not an interactive website. We're hoping to develop it further.
Okay, thank you. So, what skill does one need to start this business?
The skills are partly acquired and partly innate to the person. You need to be diligent in whatever it is that you're doing. You need to have to be patient, as well as I do graphic design. So even though I never did study graphic design in university, I did media. That is published media, newspapers, so on and so forth. Well, it's related. However, from my experience, from when I was maybe from 17 years old, I've been doing this. So even though it wasn't what I learned at university, it's what I've acquired over the years, and I think that's probably more important than the learned skill.
What mistake did you do in the past, and how did you go about it?
I wouldn't really change many things. However, what is most important is confidence. And I think because this is not a native terrain, we treaded cautiously. We could have gone out there and be more aggressive and more proactive, and but rather we stayed within the boundaries of what we knew. I think if I were to do it all over again, what I would do is would not limit myself. I would just, expand as quickly as possible. Yes. A principal mistake though was in our business plan. We had forecasted that every 2 years we will open a branch.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
We will open a branch of the similar business. But we got so bogged down with this that that never happened. Yes, and that's based on all the other things that I was explaining earlier.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. How many staff do you have?
Currently, there are I have 3 part-time and 2 full-time staffs.
So, how do you motivate them?
Well, how do they call it? People, there is something called people skill. Meaning, if you're confident in what you do, that confidence radiates through your organization. If you're not so confident, then it affects them too. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, we're all family. All the people working with me. So it's one big family. We work together, we dine together, we joke together. However, everybody knows the boundary of work. So, and if anything goes wrong, they're not shy. Just like we would in a household, they're not shy to come and say, "I'm not happy with this," or "This is what has gone on," and so on and so forth. So the motivation is there. Looking for success, because as I always say to them, success of this company is your success. If this company is doing well, you're also doing well, because ultimately you will benefit. So that is it.
Thank you. How do you link your ideas to reality? Because it's kind of innovative.
From the time that I first started in this trade, over 30 years ago now, it has changed, about 30 years ago. It has changed greatly. And with the advent of new technology, it has really radicalized the industry, and we try to keep abreast of the changes in technology, i.e., different method of. In the past, we will have been hearing all kinds of machines in the background, making all kinds of noises, printing. But now you hardly hear them, because it's digital age. The machines are working, but you don't really see or hear them. So I'm not sure if that answers your question.
No, it's okay. So our last question is, what advice do you have for new business starters?
First and foremost, you must be sure that this is really what you want to do. You must know your market, and then seek as much advice as you can get, because that will really, really prepare you. Because once you know the pitfalls within the industry you're going into, then the challenges that you may face becomes a bit easier, because when you do come to them, you know exactly how you negotiate and deal with those things. So the most important thing is to know your market, to know what you're going to do, and never shy away from how do you say it, expanding quickly or whichever. Sometimes it's a negative when you expand too quickly, because you see that you have overstretched yourself. But when the opportunity comes, you must never miss an opportunity. Never miss an opportunity. So,
Thank you, Mr. Leke Dada.
no problem. Yeah, you're most welcome.
This is the end of the interview.